VS Code is becoming more sort of a AI first code editor, and we still want to continue meeting developers where they are. In the sense, we want to let you use the models of your choice with the provider of your choice. GitHub Copilot has many models to do so. We are taking many steps to ensure that VS Code lets you use your model of choice with our agent harness. So I'm going to walk through a few of the different ways we support it today and a few of the different capabilities we've added. First off, I have in front of me VS Code, open with GitHub Copilot not signed in. I'm going to go ahead and open up Manage Language Models view. This is where you would normally see all of your models. There's none over here, but I'm going to go ahead and add the Anthropic provider. Quickly gonna switch to get my secret and paste that in. And now I have all of these models coming straight from Anthropic without sending to Copilot. When you do so and you do it for the first time, you're going to see a notification here. This is a notification to let you know that utility models are not configured. These are models used in the background by various features in VS Code, which involve setting titles to your chat pane, or maybe generating commit messages, renaming things using AI. And you can go ahead and now select a model from your own BYOK models, or bring your own key models to do so. And when I go ahead and ask, what's in this workspace, we're now making a request. Fun tip, you can go ahead and open the chat debug view. This lets you see all the calls being made to the models from VS Code. And over here, you can see that this call was made to API.Anthropic directly, and you can see what was returned. So now you can go ahead in these ad models and see all the native providers that are supported. If these are one of the ones you want to use, you can go ahead and set it up. One specific one I would like to point out here is custom endpoint. These are natively supported where if you put an API key, you'd most probably get all of the models you have in your account. But if you have something custom like Mistral, for example, let me go ahead and add my API key for that. And you can then select what kind of API the provider supports. Mistral, in this case, supports the chat completions API. Anthropic would support messages, and some support responses. Going to the option, it takes you to a JSON file. This is the chat language models JSON file, which contains configurations for all the custom models that you would add. And you can configure them specifically over here. So I'll copy what I had previously configured for Mistral and paste it right here. And what does it not like? It does not like that quote. You would see various different options available here, like constraining the maximum input tokens allowed or the output tokens you would like to allow, as well as whether you want to enable tool calling, vision, or even thinking. Once you've configured this and close it and save it, you should be able to see Mistral or your custom models show up below that you can select and continue the conversation with. How do I make changes here? This was previously available as OpenAI compatible, which we've deprecated, and will be available in stable in this coming release. The next thing I'd like to point out is third-party extensions. The language model providers is an extensible API, which can be supported by extensions, and if you make your own. I'm going to go ahead and install the Hugging Face provider. I'll trust them and install it. So if I now go back to the Manage Language Models view, I will now see Hugging Face over here, which I can select. I will add Hugging Face's API key to pull the repos I have available over there and see them below. Now, Hugging Face comes with a lot of models, and you don't really want to see all of them in the picker. So you can toggle visibility and just select the one you want to see. I'd like to just see Minimax, and go ahead and open the picker here. And I see Hugging Face over here. And then I can go ahead and use it. The few things I've shown over here have happened completely without signing in to Copilot. So in a sense, you could have a local model running on your machine, like with LLM Studio, and use this on a plane or maybe in an air-gapped environment if you'd like. And the last thing is everything you've seen here will be available in the agents window as well.